This is the second video in a series about the application process for a RACC Project Grant. Now that you know what a project is, are you ready to review the RACC Project Grant application process? First, it's important to read the RACC Project Grant Guidelines. There's a lot of critical information in the guidelines such as deadlines, eligibility, the application process, and what criteria the panel uses when scoring applications. There are multiple steps to keep in mind when applying for a RACC Project Grant. Intent to apply, electronic application finalization, and the upload of supplemental materials. First, all applicants must electronically submit an intent to apply. The form can be found on the RACC Grants Online system at www.racc.org. Here you will be asked to summarize your project in 100 words. Also, within the RACC Grants Online system, the electronic application submission form goes much deeper into the details of your project. This form will help you to communicate the heart of your project to the RACC panel. What is your project? What are your goals with this project? How does your project involve the community you plan to serve? Who is your target audience, and how will you promote the public component of this project? You'll also need to plan a budget and solidify commitments from collaborators, venues, and donors. Finally, you'll want to review and update your resume and any documentation of past or current projects to submit for your supplemental materials. Does this sound overwhelming? Don't worry, just give yourself plenty of time to write and review your application. Now it's time to deliver your application and supplemental materials. Supplemental materials include work samples, press materials and reviews, additional bios, and in-kind letters. These items can all be submitted electronically using Grants Online. Take the time to compile items that are reflective of the work you are proposing. If carefully chosen and properly prepared, the supplemental materials can really strengthen a proposal. When you have uploaded your supplemental materials and finalized the entire online application, you can now print a final copy for your records. During the process of applying for a project grant, you may come across questions or concerns that require the assistance of a RACC representative. If so, please feel free to call or email a RACC representative, and they will happily address the issue as soon as they can. If you find yourself calling in on the day of the deadline, please be prepared to wait in the queue. Congratulations! Once all your materials are turned in, your job is done. Put the project grant proposal out of your mind for the next few months. You'll be hearing from RACC once the panel process is complete. If you have further questions, you can contact RACC or attend one of our orientations. In Part 3, we'll look at the panel process.